off season. Many people think it is the greatest trade ever for the Denver Broncos fan. It's the worst trades ever for Seattle Seahawks. Only time will tell. Within that trade, the Seahawks picked up Noah Fant and also Drew Lock, along with some picks as well for the draft for this year and next year. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the acquisition or the re-signing of Geno Smith. So Geno Smith has come back to Seattle, a deal worth up to $7 million with incentives. And as of right now, Pete Carroll says Geno Smith will be listed as a starter coming into training camp. So first things first, guys, Geno Smith. Geno Smith, is he better than Drew Lock? Wow. Yeah, the problem with that is we have not seen Geno Smith start a game since 2014. I believe it was. Let me check my notes. Sorry, 2017. He hasn't started since 2017. That was a game with the New York Giants when he went, was it 10 for 30, 110 yards and 3 interceptions. Now Geno Smith does have some experience under his belt. He was drafted by the New York Jets. He was not good, obviously, because the Jets are just terrible, right? But as a career, he has 6,917 yards passing, 34 touchdowns to 37 interceptions. He was drafted in 2014. It's now 2022. He has not started a game, like I said, since 2017. The last couple seasons, he has had some mop-up duty games with the Seahawks, but he has not had any significant playing time whatsoever because also, obviously, Russell Wilson was locking down that starting position, right? So when we first heard this, I'm like, Geno Smith, he's still in the league, right? Like, I mean, yeah, he was pretty good at West Virginia, right? But he hasn't done anything in the NFL. So I don't understand why Seahawks fans were excited about this signing. Like, I like Drew Lock. I think Drew Lock has a lot of potential in the NFL. Geno Smith, it kind of is what it is. But on the flip side of that coin, he is loved in the locker room per Tyler Lockett and DK and all those other guys. He does have experience in the offense, being in a Seahawks uniform the last 3 or 4 seasons, and he knows Pete Carroll. So, I get it. I understand the move, but man, Seahawks fans, you guys need to pump the brakes. Getting excited about Geno Smith, I think you all drunk. I think you all are drunk. When you get excited, you don't get excited for trading Russell Wilson to the Broncos. You don't get excited for bringing Drew Lock. Yes, I do think Drew Lock will ultimately win that starting position in Seattle, unless they draft a quarterback and maybe Kenny Pickett. But man, Geno Smith and the Seahawks just don't quite make sense to me, to be honest with you guys. Yes, I understand $7 million is all incentive pay. I think base $2.5 million, basically league minimum at the end of the day. But signing Geno Smith is not going to keep DK Metcalf happy.